से फोन टा करके रखिला अच्छा पहले who coined the term democracy for the first time? Herodotus. अच्छा Puritan movement in England started in which year? Puritan movement in England. Puritan movement started in England. Abhishek. Puritan movement in England started in 1688. Puritan movement 1688. Acha, when American War of Independence started? 1776. French Revolution 1789. The term democracy is of Greek origin, you know it. Still then two words have been coming to the forefront. The first word is demos, means kratos, means what is the literal meaning of a democracy? People's power or power of the people. Achha. Can you say Cleon defined democracy in which year? Cleon defined democracy in which year? Which year Cleon? Cleon 422 BC. Who defines democracy is a government in which everyone has a share? Shelley? Sure. And you must be knowing about Abraham Lincoln. What he quoted? What is the quotation of Abraham Lincoln? Abraham Lincoln कौन कहते सीधा? Abraham Lincoln का quotation? कहते से evidence पर कोटेशन रिलेटिंग टू डेमोक्रेसी कौन थिला ये भी डाइस जतिका ये भी डाइस कर व्यू कौन थिला a government in which the governing body is comparatively a larger fraction of the entire nation totally population 100% 50% plus 1 are the majority so far as so students according to AB dice a government in which the governing body is a comparatively larger fraction of the entire nation जी शासन करूचंती सी निहाती लार्जर फ्रैक्शन में रहिबे मोर देन मेजॉरिटी रहिबे दैट इज द लार्जर फ्रैक्शन अकॉर्डिंग टू लॉर्ड ब्राइस व्हाट इज द डेफिनेशन ऑफ लॉर्ड ब्राइस स्मृति according to Lord Bryce, Abhishek, democracy is that form of a government in which the ruling power of a state is legally vested, not in any particular class or classes, but in the members of a community as a whole. That is the definition of a democracy. कहीं गोटे पढ़ाई नहीं बही नहीं What according to Robert Dahl जतिका democracy is concerned with that political process by which ordinary citizens exert a relatively high degree of control over their leaders. Ordinary people माने कौन करंती वोट दियंती वोट देला परे तांकर कोन अब लीडर को ऊपर गोटे प्रकार अधिकार पळी आसे What is the definition of democracy according to Professor Gettel? Gettel's definition कौन Democracy is that form of government in which the mass of a population possesses the right to share in the exercise of a sovereign power. वीरबुक हो किंबा हमर जेनाड परिडा हो सब बुक रे द डेफिनेशन सेम हैं But according to Professor Lipset का definition कौन तनु What according to Professor Lipset relating to the definition of democracy Democracy रा definition कौन Political system which supplies regular constitutional opportunities for changing the government officials and as a social mechanism which permits the largest possible part of the population to influence major decisions by choosing among contenders for political life. That is the definition of a Professor Lipset. किछि अल्प अल्प गोटे कोटेशन न अल्प अल्प एटलिस्ट मन रखले आंसर टा हो जाई परिबो What is the other name of a direct democracy? What is the meaning of a direct democracy, Poonam? What is the other name of a direct democracy? You told me as a poor democracy. What is the meaning of a direct democracy? How we can choose ourselves that direct democracy is available in a country concerned? What is the other name of a Lancashire in the Abhishek, what is the meaning of a referendum? What is the meaning of a referendum? Go. What are the devices for direct democracy? Direct democracy कौन devices? Only three. What is the meaning of a referendum? Abhishek, what is the meaning of a referendum? Pratyasha, what is the meaning of a referendum? Mainly to the people. For what act? कौन काम पे रेफर करे? रेफरेंडम में कौन करता हो? डायरेक्ट डेमोक्रेसी रे रेफरेंडम में कौन करा जाए? What are the types of referendum? रेफरेंडम दर डेटा टाइप्स रहउची कोन रेफरेंडम सब जते रेफरेंडम रो डेटा टाइप्स कोन रहउची कंपलसरी रेफरेंडम ऑप्शनल रेफरेंडम जते बेले लोक माने ताको निज व्यू बा ओपिनियन को देई थांते ताको जो ओपिनियन रे आसे ताको हमें कोन कहि थाउ पीपल मानकर कंसेंट को गोटे टर्म यूज करा जाए से टर्म कोन सो मोटो गोटे टर्म यूज करा जाए ओके व्हाट इज द मीनिंग ऑफ इनिशिएटिव व्हाट इज द मीनिंग ऑफ इनिशिएटिव व्हाट इज द मीनिंग ऑफ इनिशिएटिव it is a device which enables the voters to draft a bill and place it before the legislature for its approval and adoption. For its approval and adoption. Lekila. First lekha. Who coined the term democracy? Who coined the term democracy? Who coined the term democracy for the first time? Who coined the term democracy for the first time? Who coined the term democracy for the first time? Second lekha. When Puritan revolution or Puritan movement held in England, when Puritan 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 movement held in England. Next, when American Revolution, American War of Independence, American War of Independence started. When American War of Independence started. Next, when French Revolution was held. French Revolution was held. Next lekha. When the concept of a democracy became very popular. Next lekha. In the 21st century, century, particularly two principles have given a boost to the principle of a democracy. Next, students, what are the two terms or words used for democracy? Two terms or words used for democracy. Next letter. What is the literal meaning of a democracy? What is the literal meaning of a democracy? Next, students. Who said that shall be democratic? That shall be democratic. That shall be democratic. Which shall be of the people, comma, by the people. Democratic, which shall be of the people, by the people, for the people. Next, according to whom? Next question, according to whom? Democracy as the form of a government. Democracy as the form of a government of the people, comma, by the people. And for the people. Next, according to whom? According to whom? According to whom? Democracy is a government. Democracy is a government in which everyone has a share. Everyone has a share. Next, according to whom? Democracy as a government. Democracy as a government in which democracy as a government in which the governing body is comparatively the governing body is comparatively larger fraction of the entire nation Next, according to whom? According to whom? Democracy is that form of a government. Democracy is that form of a government in which the ruling power, of a state, in which the ruling power of a state is legally vested, vested, not in any particular class, or classes, but in the members, of the community, as a whole. According to whom? Democracy is concerned with that political process by which ordinary citizens exerts, exerts a relatively high degree of control, a relatively high degree of control over their leaders, Next, according to whom? Democracy is that form of a government, in which the mass of the population, possesses the right to share, in the exercise of the sovereign power, according to whom? Democracy as a political system. According to whom? Democracy as a political system which supplies regular constitutional opportunities, for changing the government officials, and a social mechanism which permits the largest possible part of the population to influence major decisions by choosing among contenders 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 for political life Next, students, when we are considering about the devices of a democracy रे जो devices रहिला referendum, initiative, recall, plebiscite. Referendum, initiative, recall, plebiscite. Referendum meaning, plebiscite रो meaning, initiative रो meaning, recall रो meaning. ठीक है देला ओडिया रे जमा रहिছে লেখা जेना परडा बुक अछि के ओडिया मीडियम जेना परडा बुक अछि जेना परडा बुक टाणलु रूम रो हां हां इंग्लिश रे जो पिला माने आपको लिखि सारला एबे कंप्लीट करो सरला क्वेश्चन आंसर जो 17 भलिया डिक्टेट कली एबे कंप्लीट करो जेना परडा बुक जोटा डाकले का को देजु भाई तो नहीं जेना परडा कोन ओडिया जेना परडा बुक गणतंत्र शब्दटी प्रथमे किए व्यवहार करथिले गणतंत्र शब्दटी प्रथमे किए व्यवहार करथिले सेकंड गणतंत्र केउ दुईटी ग्रीक शब्द को नहीं गठित करा जायछि गणतंत्र केउ दुईटी ग्रीक शब्द को नहीं गठित करा जायछि तापरे गणतंत्र रो आक्षरिक अर्थ कोन गणतंत्र रो आक्षरिक अर्थ कोन लेख इंग्लैंड रो गौरवमय विप्लव इंग्लैंड रो गौरवमय विप्लव केबे संगठित होइथिला इंग्लैंड रो गौरवमय विप्लव केबे संगठित होइथिला तापरे अष्टादश शताब्दी रे केउ राष्ट्रर स्वाधीनता संग्राम केउ राष्ट्रर स्वाधीनता संग्राम संगठित होई समानता उपरे प्राधान्य देइथिला फरासी विप्लव केते मसीहा रे संगठित होइथिला फरासी विप्लव केते मसीहा रे संगठित होइथिला तापर लेख केउ दुई मतवाद आधुनिक विश्व को दुई भागरे विभक्त करी निजर प्राधान्य विस्तार करिसंती तापर लेख कहा मतरे गणतंत्र हेउची लोकमानकर लोकमानक द्वारा एवं लोकमानक पाई शासन लोकमानक पाई शासन नेक्स्ट लेख कहा भाषा रे गणतंत्र एपरी एक सरकार जेउथिरे की गणतंत्र एपरी एक सरकार जेउथिरे की प्रत्येक व्यक्तिर अंश निहित थाए किए कहिथिले गणतंत्र एपरी एक सरकार जेउथिरे शासनकर्ता समग्र जनसंख्यार एक प्रधान अंश विशेष समग्र जनसंख्यार एक प्रधान अंश विशेष तापर लेख किए कहिछंती किए कहिछंती जेउ सरकार रे जेउ सरकार रे शासन क्षमता जेउ सरकार रे शासन क्षमता जेउ सरकार रे शासन क्षमता कौनसी एक निर्दिष्ट श्रेणीर कौनसी एक निर्दिष्ट श्रेणीर लोकଙ୍କ हस्तरे न रही लोकଙ୍କ हस्तरे न रही समग्र जनता हस्तरे समग्र जनता हस्तरे आईनत आईनत न्यस्त थाए आईनत न्यस्त थाए ताकू गणतंत्र कुआ जाए ताकू गणतंत्र कुआ जाए डैश कहंती डैश कहंती गणतंत्र एक सरकार गणतंत्र एक सरकार जेउथिरे राष्ट्रर जेउथिरे राष्ट्रर जेउथिरे राष्ट्रर समग्र जनता राष्ट्रर समग्र जनता सार्वभौम क्षमतार अधिकारी अटंती तापर लेख डैश कहिछंती गणतंत्र एपरी एक राजनैतिक प्रक्रिया सहित संपृक्त गणतंत्र एपरी एक राजनैतिक प्रक्रिया सहित संपृक्त जहा द्वारा साधारण नागरिक माने जहा द्वारा साधारण नागरिक माने सेमानंकर नेतांक उपरे उच्च मानर नियंत्रण जारी रख सरला इंग्लिश रे अभिषेक कंप्लीट हैला हां कहीं ओडिया डेफिनेशन घोषण पूजा कहीं एवढं घोषा बही नाही तेलुगु नाही ना एटा नाही तोर एटा नाही चैप्टर ऊपर कळलोनी चैप्टर कळलोनी फास्ट चैप्टर कहीं कहयोनी हां ए बुकटा करथिला रखिलु पूनम कहलो हु coined the term democracy for the first time where Puritan movement held in England अच्छा when American war of independence started when French revolution was held when the concept of democracy became very popular after second world war Shruti कहलो who coined the term democracy for the first time huh? when French revolution was held what are the two terms or words used for democracy कौन आउथरे कहलु डेमोस and Kratos. Acha, who said that shall be democratic, which shall be of the people, by the people, for the people? Huh? According to whom democracy as the form of government of the people, by the people, for the people? Democracy which shall be hele ta kon कहबा claim जदि आमे कोन कहबा democracy as the form of the government of the people, by the people, for the people. Pedala Abraham Lincoln. Who said democracy is a government in which everyone has a say? Bote अनेक सारे का कॉपी करना. According to whom democracy is that form of government in which the ruling power of a state is legally vested not in any particular class, but class of people or class, but in the members of the community as a whole. Huh? Achha. According to whom democracy is a political system which supplies regular constitutional opportunities for changing the government officials and a social mechanism which permits the largest possible part of the population the influence measure decision by the choosing among contenders for the political life. What? Definition कार थिला? कार definition? Abhishek, what is the literal meaning of democracy? Who said that shall be the democratic, which shall be of the people, by the people, and for the people? According to whom democracy is a government in which everyone has a share. According to whom democracy as a government, which the governing body is a comparatively larger fraction of the entire nation. Most important, car definition. Car definition out require. According to whom? According to whom democracy as a government, who is the governing body, is a comparatively larger fraction of the entire nation. According to whom democracy is that form of government in which the mass of the population possesses the right to share in the exercise of the sovereign power. Oh, who coined the term democracy for the first time? When Puritan movements held in England, which were of independence started in 1776. Which war of independence started in 1776? When the concept of democracy became very popular? Second World War. In the 21st century, particularly, two principles have given a boost to the principle of a democracy. Liberalism or liberal theory of democracy or globalization. Liberalism, democracy, what are the two terms or words used for democracy? Who said that shall be the government which shall be of the people, by the people, for the people? According to whom democracy as a government, which the governing body is a comparatively larger fraction of the entire nation. According to whom democracy as a government in which the comparatively larger fraction of the entire nation. के कही दिले तबे पचारथिलु किछि 5 मिनिट परबो पेया कहिलो what is the literal meaning of a democracy? People's power. Who said that there shall be a democratic which shall be of the people, by the people, and for the people? According to whom democracy is a government in which everyone has a share. According to whom democracy is that part of the government in which the ruling power of state is legally vested not in any particular class or classes, but in the members of the community as a whole. According to whom democracy is that form of government in which the mass of the population passes the right to share in the exercise of a sovereign power. Sovereign power ଉପରେ କିଏ ଫୋକସ୍ କରିଛନ୍ତି? Getel ହେଲା କି ତାକୁ ସର୍ଟକଟ ରେ ଆବ୍ରିଭିଏସନ ଫର୍ମ ମନେ ରଖ। Who coined the term democracy for the first time? Herodotus. When American War of Independence started? କଣ? କଣ? When the concept of democracy became very popular? What are the two terms or words used for democracy? Who said there shall be democracy, which shall be of the people, by the people, and for the people? According to whom democracy as a government in which the governing body is a comparatively larger fraction of the entire nation? ये भी दाइशी ओडिया कबे देला ए ओडिया दम ओडिया लेकिन कोछु कोन जे पूजा कहलो गणतंत्र शब्दटी प्रथमे किए व्यवहार करथिले? गणतंत्र केउ दुटी ग्रीक शब्द को नै गठन करा जायछि? गणतंत्र रा आक्षरिक अर्थ कोन? इंग्लैंड रे केबे विप्लव आरंभ होइतिला? अच्छा, अमेरिका रे स्वाधीनता संग्राम केबे होइतिला? 1700 अमेरिका 1700 अमेरिका रे 1776 फ्रांस रे 1799 ना केते 1789। अच्छा, काहंक मतरे गणतंत्र होउची लोक मानक द्वारा और लोक मानक पई? अच्छा, नरेन कहला गणतंत्र शब्दटी प्रथमे के व्यवहार करथिले? गणतंत्र केउ दुईटी ग्रीक शब्द को नै गठित करा जायछि? अच्छा, अष्टादश शताब्दी रो केउ राष्ट्र स्वाधीनता संग्राम संघ ये समानता ऊपर प्राधान्य देथिला? अमेरिका। फरासी विप्लव केते मसिया रे संगठित होइतिला? फरासी विप्लव 1789 1789। किए कहउतिले गणतंत्र एपरी एक सरकार जेउथिरे शासनकता समग्र जनसंख्यार एक प्रधान अंश विशेष? कहलो मनीषा गणतंत्र शब्दटी प्रथमे किए व्यवहार करथिले? गणतंत्र केउ दुटी ग्रीक शब्द रो व्यवहार करा जायछि? गणतंत्र आक्षरिक अर्थ कोन? गणतंत्र आक्षरिक अर्थ लोक मानकर क्षमता कंप्लीट करी नेक्स्ट क्लास को आस। फर्स्ट चैप्टर टोटली थोरली पढ़ी के आस। सैंपल पेपर हो कि बुक हो कि नोट्स हो।